What's up, everybody? Welcome to the K-Pop Kimchi Podcast, your number one podcast for girl groups with the number one fanboys. I'm your host, Justin Turneau, with my co-host, Fall Girl Brian Limper. We are the two baddies, and we're right back at it again with some more K-Pop.
Baddies of K-Pop and the new
Two
Tech
baddies,
Deck
two baddies.
Fingerboard Bros.
Tick back, yeah.
We're just going to keep adding titles to our name. As soon as we get new hobbies, we're adding titles.
Once we make more videos and have our names, like our little lower third name things, all those titles are going to be there, like underneath our name, like what we are.
Like when we introduce ourselves, like player introductions, like free screens, and since I have like all of our accolades and our random nicknames.
Oh my gosh, tech decking is really difficult, folks.
It really is.
It's not as easy as what all these YouTube clowns make it look like.
Definitely not.
Even though they probably practice forever, but
they make it look easy. But if you ever know about K-pop, come hit us up. Skateboard guys.
Let us know. We'll
teach you a thing or two.
Absolutely.
But this week we've got another fun Girls' Generation episode. The last three were pretty much the history of Girls' Generation for anyone who's listening to this for the first time. So if you go back and you listen to episodes 148 through 150, that's like chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, which covers their debut to I don't remember, it was 2010, then 2011 to 2020, and then 2021 to present, and their little subunits. So that's pretty much the entire history of the group. Mm-hmm. Now we're getting into these episodes, which are going to be the group itself, like the members individually, so you can learn a little more about them. I originally planned for this chapter 4 to be like a one episode one that was really long.
Yeah.
But it was going to be too long because there's too much stuff that they all did.
Right.
And since the first member we're going to talk about is Taeyeon, and I looked up all of her information and I was Googling it. And I started out with 15 songs we had to watch. I'm like, there's no way they're all fitting in this one episode.
Yeah, I don't think we can accomplish that.
So I'm going to break it down into hopefully 2 episodes. This episode, next week's episode, because I don't know. Hopefully we'll see what happens. Hopefully they're not too long. This one's going to be kind of long. The other one's probably going to be kind of long too.
But I'm going to try to... Always can audible it out.
We might have to get that 0.5 in there to cover the last member or something.
Yeah, seriously. In 3 weeks we'll just have a 30-second episode and be like, all right, there you go.
Just it's not even a
final
30-second episode. It's just a little tiny special episode to cover Sooyoung because she's the last member.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, so if you haven't been with us or you really didn't listen to the last episodes, we talked before how we weren't super huge fans of Girls' Generation until Forever One came out, even though we knew some of their stuff. But ever since it happened, we started doing this whole journey of Girls' Generation, which is, I can tell you, is way longer than anybody other episodes about Girls' Generation.
Absolutely true.
But it's been nice because we got to know the members, we got to listen to a lot of their music, which I didn't know that they really had. I was surprised by. And I actually like them a lot more. I'm standing me some Girls' Generation. I changed my
100%.
wallpaper on my computer to them. So,
I let me just say, I believe the hype now.
Oh yeah, I believe it. I see it now.
I can see why.
I get it. It all made sense.
I can see why some may say they are the nation's girl group.
It's also kind of nice because we were watching some content of them on reality shows and stuff like that they had recently.
Yeah.
And I'm glad we kind of got into them when we did, because they're kind of just at that point where they just don't care, so they just say the most random stuff.
It's my most favorite thing when the idols are just absolute legendary veterans that you can tell that they obviously love each other, but at the same time they can get on each other's nerves super easily too. Kind of like when we watch Super Junior stuff or
pretty much,
or any group that's been around a long time. So just to see them interact like that and just kind of pick on each other and just have fun with it is super entertaining.
It's also nice to see that since obviously all of them have gone their separate ways kind of, and they're all popular in their own right, doing their own thing.
Right.
That they still just kind of, when they're together, they're just normal, chilling, hanging out.
I feel that they appreciate being back together too. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Just because it just really seems that yes, they are really famous in their own right, individually doing whatever they have to do. But then the fact that they can come together and be with their fans as a whole unit and a whole group again, I feel they really appreciate that. And it's really cool. It's actually cool because in K-pop you don't really see that, but
I imagine it's when all your friends, in our friends, we played basketball together for a really long time and then we just didn't. And if we would have just get everyone back together for one men's league game, it'd be super awesome.
It'd be obviously they're around more than one time. But yeah, literally just one time. like one game.
Like just go play
Just
one
game.
like one like men's league tournament for like one day. It's like this is the best.
One day, and just have like you, me, and all the people we played with, and be like, you know what, like awesome. That's awesome.
It'd be super fun. Then I'd hate it. But
that's why it's one day. No more.
Not even one day, like an hour. One game, hopefully lasts an hour.
Everyone just give a couple shots up, and we're done.
But we can add that to the list of things that we said we weren't huge fans of, or we disliked, and then we just really turned the tides.
Which I'm beginning to think that if we literally tried a little bit for like anybody, it would still happen.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it's pretty inevitable. Girls' Generation was a little different because usually
they've been around for so long,
and yeah, and like they're like legendary, so it's obviously not like on any other group because they're so like, you know, longevity and accolades, all that stuff. But usually when we have these kind of turnarounds, it's from someone we really dislike.
But it's also
so
like,
we never disliked Girls' Generation.
No, we just didn't really know about them.
We just didn't really know because we were kind of after that.
And it's weird because it's not like some of the groups we talked about earlier, like Billy and Inmix, where they like we were there when they debuted.
Oh yeah,
we're like,
not even close.
That's like we're like, oh, you know, that's not our favorite. You know, I'm not like a huge fan of them, but they have a lot of time to grow on us.
Yeah,
like Girls' Generation's already done their growing, and they were gone for a very long time.
That's a good point because it's not even like
we're lucky they came back with this. They may have never came back.
Exactly.
And we never would have liked
exactly. Them. And it's not even like kind of like Twice in Red Velvet where we kind of jumped in
like
maybe
a year or
about
so after,
about a year or two after. So they're still kind of like building up to what they are. You're right. Like Girls' Generation had already done that like five times over.
Like all of their intensive purposes, like their career was done. Like they could have never came.
They've had like 3 different Hall of Fame careers if you like break things down. So
before we even got into
we even really knew. So the fact that we are able to be here is actually like pretty awesome.
But yeah, so I mean, Girls' Generation's pretty great. We're staying them now. So now we get to learn about the members.
We want a tour.
Yeah, come on tour. Come do your
it.
sold out fan tour.
Yeah, I know. SM Family Tour.
Your sold out fan meet and greet that sold out like Soul Stadium.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
NBD. You're like, I hope people show up.
I know. Do you guys still like us? Yeah, I think so.
But for anybody who has not listened to the last 3 episodes, you should go do that. Second, Girls' Generation, or SNSD, is an 8-member girl group from SM Entertainment. They were originally a 9-member group that debuted on August 5th, 2007. The members are Taeyeon, Sunny, Tiffany, Hyoyeon, Yuri, Sooyoung, Yuna, and Sohyun. And they have one former member named Jessica who stepped down from the group, which if you want to know more about that, you can go back and listen to episode 2 because we cover it in episode 2. And it was like a whole thing that happened.
Mm-hmm.
Now, before we get into this, I'm going to give a shout out to the main source of information besides Wikipedia, and that is K-Pop Profiles.
Oh, yeah.
K-Pop Profiles, if you guys don't know, great place to go learn about your favorite members, learn about groups, learn about random facts.
Literally
and stuff.
anything you want to know about K-pop, it's there.
K-Pop Profiles, come sponsor us.
We got to send an email to
We'll
them.
email you and sponsor us.
Hey, we have a very lucrative chance for you to receive nothing. Well, we receive
You-
probably nothing.
You may be heard by at least 10 to 15 people every week.
Exactly.
By the 9th most popular K-pop podcast in the
top
world.
10 in the world. That's pretty good.
Maybe that's what we need to catapult us in the top 5 as
Top
sponsors.
10. Top 10.
Also, Tech Deck sponsor us. We want our own personal skateboards.
That'd be
we can
really
use.
cool.
But let's get started here because we got a long journey ahead of us.
Mm-hmm.
The first person we're talking about is Taeyeon, who, in our opinion, is probably the most popular member of Girls' Generation.
I would definitely think so.
But that's because she's very well known for doing K-pop stuff, and obviously she's a lot of music, and she's a very prominent face in K-pop. She hosts a lot of shows.
We've seen her a lot.
She's one of the people where I didn't even know anything about K-pop, but I knew who she was.
Yeah, yeah.
She was a leader, main vocalist. She was born March 9th, 1989. And I said this earlier, but my favorite part about Girls' Generation is I finally have members of a group that I can call Nuna. Because that does not happen
finally,
ever.
Right? That's
So,
like awesome.
It's a great feeling.
It really is.
I know how
Not
the
gonna
K-pop
lie.
girls feel now, being able to call
Finally,
the older guys like TVXQ Oppa. It's a beautiful feeling once you
It
get
is
there.
the greatest.
Because, I mean, there's some other girl groups that are older that have disbanded, but a lot of those groups are either like the same age as us or
Yeah.
like really close to our age. So it's not the same as someone who's like, 2-3 years older than you
Right,
are.
right.
And she was also a member of the subunits OGG and TTS. She was a very important member in TTS because she was one of the T's in TTS. So it's not like she was like a random throw-in member. She was like one of the main members.
Right.
She's an older brother and an older sister. She was cast in 2004 when she won first place at the SM 8th Annual Best Contest. Best of what? I'm not
I was
sure.
going to say, what do you even do in a best contest? No idea.
But she won it.
Could
That's
be
what
anything.
matters.
Could be anything.
She's also the fake mock name of the group. For those of you who don't know, that's when you were not the youngest member of the group, but you act like you are.
Mm-hmm.
She also did not want to be the leader of the group, since multiple members in the group are the same age. Now, my next fact here is I put in quotation marks because you never know if it's really true or it's not true.
Mm-hmm.
But it said she dated Baekhyun from EXO, which if she did, good for you.
I believe it, and 100% believe that they have had
Goofy
to
guy.
had to have dated people, right? I mean,
Especially when you get older and you're in the same company for like 15 years, like it's unavoidable.
a lot of years. It's just a lot of years.
But it's like who also they don't like have cited sources for this, so I don't know if it's like they're
That
actually
source
dating
literally could have been Baekhyun himself,
or
so.
like maybe they just like went out for coffee
you
together or
just
something.
never know with K-pop.
To talk
and
about
kind of
business,
like that.
you know?
Yeah, like they could have like walked down the street and it's like became a big thing. So
Yeah. She was also cast in We Got Married, where she was married to Donnie from Weekly Idol and was it Idol Room?
yes,
Now I do remember talking about that, like people talking about it and seeing videos of it before. It's pretty funny because Donnie's Donnie. For those who don't know,
very
And
funny,
she's
very awkward.
a very attractive person, so it
Yeah.
just didn't make sense.
It didn't really add up, but it was funny in its own way.
And for those who don't know, We Got Married was a whole show they had where essentially they had like an idol, other singers, actress, models that are like female, and then male idols, actors, famous people, hosts, whatever. And they pretend got married and they were together, like they stayed together and whatever, like they were a married couple. And that was like the whole premise of the show. Is they like mixed them together. It was supposed to be a surprise and they didn't know who that they were getting married to. And then they spent a little time together and that was that. Very interesting concept because
I always wanted to like go check that out more. Like I've seen clips from it.
it looks funny.
It does look funny. It's just like a very interesting, kind of weird, but I guess entertaining.
It's also just weird because they're so against like idols dating
Yeah.
and being married, but then the whole
But
concept
they
of the
just
show is them being
They
married.
just want to like, and then, but I feel like in the show because they have like kind of not judges, but people like sit there and react to it. So if they like, if like the guy I've seen like the clips or something, the guy like helps the girl like down the stairs. They're all like, ooh, oh, they like want it to be as like close as possible, but
They're
not.
like, oh, they actually like each other.
They're like, ooh, what is this? Real feelings? I remember Joy and Sungjae.
oh, dude, the best
We're
couple
a
ever.
couple. I was like, that had to be really funny.
Best couple ever.
Yeah, so kind of a weird show, but I feel like I don't know. I've always kind of wanted to watch some of them.
We'll have to look it up. I'm sure there got to be some online.
There's
somewhere.
they got to be somewhere.
Now she's also endorsed by multiple famous brands such as Louis Vuitton, which makes sense because she's a very pretty face with a very prominent
That'd be the
career.
best.
That'd be very well known wherever she went.
Yeah, that'd be the best.
She also won Best Female Artist at the 2015 Mnet Asian Music Awards.
Okay.
It's a pretty good accolade. Also in 2015, she made her debut as a soloist with the song I with Verbal Gent. Now, we've definitely talked about this song and watched this video before,
We did.
and it's very good.
This is like a really good song.
She's just like a normal, extremely attractive
I was
waitress.
gonna say
at
a waitress
restaurant
that you probably don't actually see in
in
a
like
real
Portland.
restaurant. Yeah.
It's also crazy. This is like her debut solo song.
This is a really
Like,
good
my gosh.
debut. MBD. Hope you guys like it.
I know. Oh, I wasn't sure. I do remember reading. She said that after 8 years of being in Girls' Generation, she thought it was time to branch out and start her own brand and have solo music.
Interesting.
Also, shout out to this Verbal Gent guy for just getting hit up to be like, "Yo, you want to be on my solo, my first solo ever?"
That is cool. He is the verbal gent.
The craziest thing about like any of these collabs is how that they're like clearly never filmed in the same place, but you can't look at those goats. But you can't really tell because they just cut them together, so it's like you don't know where. where's what or who's doing what.
Seriously.
So this is the beginning of her epic solo career in Australia, apparently.
I know. The Scottish Fields.
Such a good song.
It's a really good debut song.
Man, she had a rough day being a waitress.
She got the bartender guy who might be her boss yelled at her, so it's tough. But at least you can go outside and be perfect and
And have like this salon quality hair all the time.
Yeah, when you have that good of hair all the time, I think your life can be okay.
She's like, at least I can
How am I
power through.
gonna do this? I don't know.
I'm never gonna get another opportunity. This one random dive bar in Australia is the only place I can get a job. Goodness. Oh, sorry, Portland. The Portland Pub House.
The Portland Pub House.
Also, when we're covering the songs for all the solo stuff, I don't really have all the Japanese stuff on here. Or like all the stuff that they sang for like the SM station. Because those
That's
aren't
okay.
like technically solos or singles. They're just kind of, I guess, random things they released for SM. Oh man, this butterfly's showing her like, man,
She's like, she just needs to break free and spread her wings.
like Heimlich from A Bug's Life. Oh, yell at him.
I quit.
I'm out of here.
I don't know if
dude.
he was like a bad boss or maybe she was just like bad at her job.
She like left and now she's stealing his car. I feel like she's gonna go to jail for that. Beautiful people.
We
don't go to
need,
jail. What am I talking about?
They really don't.
I'm also kind of interested in hearing these other songs because I feel like there's a lot of these songs I've probably heard. I just don't remember it. Or I've like randomly heard stuff and I just didn't know it was her.
Yeah.
There was one song I do have from her that's a solo song that I did have on my playlist for a very long time,
Yeah.
but I didn't even know that who she was when I put it on my playlist.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it's an old song. It was like right when we first got into K-pop. It was like, you know, put on my, I guess, recommendations, and I added it.
Yeah.
So once we get to that, I'll tell you about that. But yeah, I was like, oh, it's Taeyeon person. Must be a solo artist. I don't know who it is.
Who could this be?
Never heard of her. Wonder if she knows who Red Velvet is.
Yeah.
That's just generally my first question whenever I used to hear anybody like, man, wonder if they know who Red Velvet is.
Do you think they hang out? Do you think they're friends?
You know, I'll be honest, I thought Verbal Gent was in this more, but maybe not.
It's funny that he got his rap in like the beginning too.
Yeah, it's like the second verse of the song.
So, like,
You're trying
alright.
to tell me there's not some a cappella group somewhere that just specializes in doing Taeyeon solo songs? This seems like perfect.
Honestly, I wouldn't be
Acapella
surprised if there was. Very whimsical video. And I assume it's about spreading your wings and following your true self.
It's gotta be. Oh, she
And
found
we-
herself in Australia.
Find yourself on the beaches.
Somehow she drove from Portland to Australia and she found herself.
Oh, she's like, why'd you quit the job? We needed that.
How am I gonna pay my
We're
rent?
gonna pay rent.
Selfish. Next, in 2016, she came out with the song Why. And also, fun fact, in 2016, she was named Voice of the Year, Singer of the Year, the most hardworking, all at the 2016 Asian Music Awards. Those are quite the accolades.
It's a pretty good sweep.
I just don't know how one wins the award for being the hardest working.
Yeah, and the fact that what year was this?
2016.
Was DIA a thing? Because I feel like they definitely should. When I think of the
Also-
hardest working, I think of DIA.
Why does she have this giant flannel on in the back of it that says Queen of Beers?
Yeah, I don't know about that. Whatever that means. I guess she's the queen of beers.
I will say also, shout out to SM for never sparing any expense when it comes to anything she does, because...
And just having all these videos taking in other countries.
Whoa! The windmill's freaking out.
Now she's in like Cali.
Somehow she
Or,
was
like,
driving
the
the car
desert.
and now someone else is driving. I guess we didn't think that out very hard.
Queen of beers.
Either that or she was literally driving the vehicle and closing her eyes and stretching while she was driving down the highway.
I feel like she probably could do that. She seems like she can kind of do anything.
That
So
is true.
when you're the leader of Girls' Generation, you can do whatever. And now they're in like California.
Man, there's some sick pop shove that you're doing over there.
It's just like, you know, it really is just like a much more productive fidget spinner.
There's like fidget spinners before fidget spinners existed.
You can actually like try and make yourself
Dude,
better.
you actually got that down.
It's the only trick I got besides the ollie.
What about that manual, that nose grind? Dude, you're already halfway
That
there.
was funny. He was just like, "That's your first trick." Oh my
Oh
gosh,
my gosh.
beautiful! This landscape is so nice. Watch out, she's got the mustard and ketchup. Is it? Yeah.
Wow,
What did this guy do to you?
What did that guy do to you? She's just a hooligan.
She's just a punk. This poor guy trying to make his hot dog money.
Yeah, what was that about?
I don't know.
Anyone who's been a fan of Taeyeon since she debuted, let me know what her most popular solo song is, because I don't know. Granted, I've only heard like 3 of them, so. I also have an extremely depressing fact later on when we start listening to other songs.
You know, we always look forward to this.
That's like,
Always bring us back down to earth.
it's called the golden goose of the episode.
Special news segment about our most depressing fact we can give.
The golden nugget.
The lesson to take home.
Whoa. This is very Trop House sounding though. Did she invent Trop House music?
Yeah, I think Card's like taking notes in Chang'e.
It's like, hey, you guys know that one very specific solo song Taeyeon came out with?
this.
That's the sound I'm looking for.
M74.
Speaking of DIA,
I just want to know why
did you
she...
listen to the Disbandment song?
Oh, I didn't know it came out.
Boy, that was depressing.
I thought it was still coming out.
Nope, came out. Oh.
So I'm assuming they're not going to have any promotions.
Nope, all the promotions got canceled because Chan got hurt.
Oh, yeah, she broke her face.
So they literally like released a song and they just rode off into the
Gosh
sunset.
dang it, man. Nothing ever goes right. I didn't listen to it. I kind of thought it was still coming out.
Although according to them, they're not a group anymore.
So they might take a picture together in like a year and post it on Instagram. I just want to know why did she spray mustard and ketchup at the hot dog?
That literally makes no sense.
That made no sense with the video. It didn't make any sense. Like the video was like, oh, okay, I get it. Vibe. She's kind of, on her own doing cool stuff. And then she's like,
just randomly assaulted.
Sprays this poor dude who's just trying to sell hot dogs. Put her in jail.
Straight to jail. Believe it or
jail.
not, straight to jail. So the next song she had in 2016 was called 11:11, like the time on the clock.
Oh no, relationship problems.
Dude, is that Homeboy from B2B? That'd be awesome. No, it's not. It's just a guy that's the same haircut as him. Close.
It was the most popular style because of him. Is this just gonna be your classic video where they're breaking up, but you see all the good times?
Probably.
Take a memory, yeah.
Remember that one we watched?
He's probably like-
it was like the saddest thing ever. They're like getting school pictures taken together.
Oh, and you're like, okay, well, now it's gonna wrap up and there's gonna be together in the end. Nope.
Nope.
This dude's probably leaving her. She's like, dude, why'd you quit your job? We need to pay for this apartment.
I feel like that's just the moral of the story of all of our episodes or all of our videos. Is hey, we've got rent we gotta pay. You need to stop quitting these jobs.
That's like why he's leaving her. Man. He's like trying to go to school to be like a medical doctor, so he can't pay for it right now. I'm just making up this whole backstory.
That's really what you gotta do. At least you're having fun.
And then they're
drinking
gonna
wine.
argue, and she's gonna be like, "What about my dreams?"
I told you 100 times you can't have a house made out of candy. It'll melt. Not if it never rains. Shout out to anybody who's seen that movie.
Oh my god!
If you guys can tell me what that movie is in the comments, I'll send you something in the mail.
You get a free tech deck.
Yeah, I'll send you an autographed tech deck from me. Not if it never rains.
If you thought that the value couldn't be any lower of a tech deck, wait till we sign it.
It's like Hyoyeon said in the video for the albums, the more autographs that are on it, the less valuable it is. The bigger the discount.
More ones people don't want.
Man, I wish mine was not signed by all of them. That'd be sick. No, I'm gonna be honest. Listen to all of her songs, even though it's only been 3 of them. I really can't tell if they're supposed to be happy songs or sad songs.
I still think the first one was the best so far. I'm not sure. This one's just kind of. This one has like a very sentimental vibe.
It's really hard to top a song that was featuring Verbal Gent, you know?
Yeah, in it for like 10 seconds.
I also don't know how many of these albums actually had like other songs on them. So
Just
she
like
probably has a ton of
releases,
songs.
Yeah.
This is just like the bare bones
Yeah.
of her 15 songs that she has. There's like more songs than Girls' Generation has
Gosh.
out. Strap in, kids. This is the
I just
long
wanna
one.
know
We're only in
when they're just-
2016.
When she's just like, all right, I wanted to do my own thing. Like, was that your call?
According to her, it was.
Or like when she said that, they're like, oh, do ya? And then they're just like, all right, it's time to unleash. And they had like all these different songs. Like, you're not going to be a soloist for 1 or 2 songs.
Okay, this is already uncalled for. You didn't need
She
to
acts
do
very
that.
strange in these videos. Oh, this poor guy.
These guys are like, you know what? I just spent
guy's
so
like,
much time making.
I
this
just
video.
made you pancakes, and I'm trying to go to school, be a doctor, to support you.
She could have just like got up and left. I don't think she needed to throw everything on the floor.
Her videos have like moments
Oh,
in them.
oh.
That was some quick time.
So, also, I wish we had more interesting stuff to talk about, but we're really just watching a bunch of videos. I don't even have any other random facts to show you because I said them already. So we're just gonna get some random commentary for the rest of the show, you know?
Yeah, she kind of seems like a jerk
Honestly,
so far.
that was 2016. Then in 2017, she came out with this song "Fine." Also, like, all these videos have like one word like
Yeah.
titles, and I can't tell by her looks if she's like happy, sad, depressed, bipolar, happy. Did I say that already?
It's on the phone. I'm just assuming it's all part of the Tan
Dude, look at the
lure.
7-Eleven they got here. She didn't even pay for that. Ooh, we got some acoustic guitar. Got some Avril Lavigne
This
vibes
is
out
definitely,
here.
that's exactly what I was thinking.
I'm just waiting for that rhythmic clapping to break in here. You know?
Oh, yeah.
She's been very busy. I can tell you that.
Oh my gosh, more sad memories. Maybe if you don't throw the man's food on the ground. Here I am, once again.
Pretty much. Oh yeah, I guess you could talk about in your little of all your research you've done. Justin's really into seeing how many show awards Taeyeon's won her entire life with different people.
So,
How many is there?
no,
been?
it's really one of the most intriguing things of her to me is because she's done so many different things and wins a lot. I don't know like the exact number, but she's obviously won for Girls' Generation. She's won as a soloist. She has I don't know if she's won with her subunits, but I'm assuming since she's been in multiple ones, she's won. She won with Girls on Top, which was a subunit of Red Velvet, Girls' Generation, and aespa.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to think of
Did
like
she win with TTS?
that's what I'm wondering.
Or OGG?
I was
I
like,
feel like
has
they
she
had to
literally
have.
won an award for every single thing she's done? And I was like, there's not that many people who have done that. One, because they haven't done as many things. And two, it might not have been as popular. But she's so popular, she can literally go do anything, and she wins. So,
Also,
I gotta figure out the subunit wins.
I didn't put GOT on the subunit episode because that was a subunit that included other people.
Yeah,
from other
that's
groups.
okay.
That was just subunits
Yeah,
of
yeah.
members of Girls' Generation. Because
I wasn't even
I
sure-
guess you could call it a subunit, but it's more like a super group.
I wasn't even sure if that was even like eligible for winning when it came out, but it was like they won multiple show awards. So she has to be one of the most winningest idols of all time.
Well, let me tell you.
Because Girls' Generation is like aren't they like the third or second most winningest group?
We're about to find out here.
So if you count those, and I can only assume since we're just listening to 15 songs, she probably has a lot of solo ones.
So Girls' Generation has 98 wins all time.
We couldn't get 2 more? That bothers me so much.
All right, Albert, come on.
Come on, let's just get 2 more wins so they can have 100.
Let's see.
And Ives in third.
Yeah, I know, seriously.
Still off of 11.
Man, I didn't even see how many awards they won for the new song. They probably won a bunch.
That song was not my favorite at all, but people are loving it. I've seen people loving that song.
Can I really just put this in like alphabetical order? If I could get my phone to work here, I'd tell you guys the totals. Well, we know she has at least 98 wins. I mean, that's.
I was gonna say
quite a
those
bit.
98 go credit to her. So
Well, clearly she's not fine, so that must be a sad one.
that one's a sad
We should have
one.
played the game of which songs are sad and which ones aren't sad.
I think we're
because I don't.
on pretty much all of them are sad. The first one was maybe.
Then later in 2017, she came out with the song "Make Me Love You." This has got to be
This
a sad
sounds
song.
sad.
Also, some after some research, SNSD has 98 wins. She has 30 solo wins, and GOT got 2.
Okay.
I didn't see any stats on if TTS got any or if OGG got any, but I imagine they had to have got some. There's no way they didn't. Because TTS actually had like,
They had, like, a lot of
multiple
songs.
songs that came out.
Yeah,
So in its Girls'
There's got to
Generation
be at
numbers.
least one.
So I mean,
I just want to know if she literally.
she's got
won.
like 1,200. She got like 120 wins on just these songs by themselves.
Pretty good.
So I mean, that's
Has to
also
be.
I can't count 130.
Has to be one of the.
That's a lot of wins.
It is. It is. I mean, it's a lot more than other people. Let's just say that. Let me tell you. Some people still have 0.
Does she just like go decline awards at shows?
Yeah, I just want to know where all those because they give them that trophy.
And that's just like
Unless they give it back. Do they give it back?
show wins.
Yeah.
Not like awards from like music shows, like music end of the year music awards.
Oh yeah. Just the.
I'm sure she's got a ton.
Yeah, she was the hardest worker. I mean, what a prestigious award. I didn't know if she possibly had like won for literally every single thing she did.
Oh, I guarantee she probably does. I mean, I
It
would
is
be
a
very
good question
surprised.
about
if-
OGG.
That's something we'd have to Google. But I didn't see anything on the thing, the little chart thing that keeps track of them.
You would think that they would win. This song's alright.
This reminds me of like a pop song I'd hear in like the early 2000s from like Katy Perry.
Yep.
You know?
Just kind of inspirational love song.
I like I said early 2000s, so not like 2003, like I guess early 2010s. Like Katy Perry did not write this song. She's not a firework. I like this little synthy techno background.
Yeah,
Were
that
the
is
chain
cool.
smokers like on this one too? Was this like a huge collab of all the popular Western people? It's actually a pretty good song. So it is kind of weird seeing the artist like Tam by herself as like a solo person. Like this whole video is just her.
Yeah.
When we were just watching a bunch of videos, and it was like a ton of people.
So many people. I always thought that was interesting about soloists too. I always wonder if they just miss everybody else. I mean,
It's a pretty
she
nice
probably yeah, it's cool. I mean, she's probably super used to it, obviously, but like when she like her first one, she's probably like, "This is kind of weird. I'm the only person at this video shoot."
Where is everybody? Then we get into
Oh,
Christmas
boy.
time with This Christmas.
Oh boy.
It's snowing. Came
It
on
is
the
snowing a lot.
December 12th.
Goodness.
They really love putting out Christmas songs over there.
really do.
Why did no one recommend this to us for Christmas time last year?
That's true. Good point. Is this a spin-off of the TTS song?
I hope so. Is this like part of the lore? Also, why does no one ever make like upbeat Christmas songs? Why do they always make like these ballady ones? Like, this is not what Mariah Carey wanted to happen when she invented Christmas music.
Yeah. It's just about memories and growing up, and
I bet this charted so well in Korea.
I feel like it made a lot of people cry.
Apparently, she spent a lot of time with her dad.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what's going on.
Wow, let me tell you. Cannot wait for this golden nugget later. This is gonna make it way worse.
Can I guess what it is? Is her mom dead?
You know, I was actually gonna say I don't even know if she has a mom because I didn't read anything about it.
Okay, I didn't know. It was like, is that what we're seeing in the video? I was like, is this actually like life happening?
I'm not really sure. That's a good question. I mean, based on this,
Or
you
if
think
she like
she does
passed
it.
away or something? If I was an artist and they're like, all right, we got this ballad for, I'd be like, nope, walking out, I'm not doing it.
I'm only doing it if I get that collab like in
I'm not doing any ballads.
in Pitch Perfect with Snoop Dogg.
Yeah. Oh, now she's older and ignores her dad.
Of course, she probably has regrets.
I think that's what this song's about. And during the Christmas time, it brings back those memories.
What a terrible time, Christmas time. She does have a great voice, I will say.
Oh,
that.
excellent singer. Excellent singer. Songs put me to bed.
Dude, it's really
Is this
just...
a lullaby? Does she have a lullaby album? That'd be sick. I'd listen to that.
There's some
It's a little different than the Carol.
some mukbang videos of her eating food ASMR style on YouTube if anyone wants to check that out. No, I don't want to be warm. I hate you.
She does not like her dad. Why? I don't know. He seems like a pretty nice guy.
Also, this car's like traveling extremely slow.
It's a lot of.
Is this like the tunnel from like Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, where it's like you just in the dark tunnel? There's like
That
images
was like
like
the most traumatizing thing ever. So it was creepy. It was like so unexpected too. I'm guessing this is like not gonna have a happy ending.
You know, I'm not gonna lie. If I was her in this situation right now, I'd be extremely cold.
It was
She's like a
making me
whole
cold.
cut off blouse. It's like snowing, like an actual blizzard.
It would be the end. I would just fall down and just close my eyes. That's too cold.
Pray for a swift end.
Seriously.
You know, maybe if I understood what she was saying, I'd be able to decipher what she's talking
I
about.
was just gonna say, so many times in these types of songs.
Oh wow.
Okay, so I
Should've
guess.
pulling up on this dude decorating a tree.
Okay, so this actually had a good ending. I was gonna say usually these don't have a good ending and they just kind of tail off. And I'm like, maybe if we understood the lyrics, we'd understand what's going on. This just speeds away.
I know.
See ya. Okay, well that song was
I guess it
didn't
was.
really get me in the Christmas spirit, but it snowed a lot, so there you go.
Then in 2018,
Okay, this looks cool.
she had the only song I knew about her before I actually knew who she was. And that was Something New.
Yeah.
This is the song I was talking about earlier. This is like the only song I knew that she had before I even knew who she was. Just because it has like a sick beat, it's like so good. Is it gonna kill her? Never seen this video though. I just heard the song on Spotify. Seems like a James Bond movie though. It just has this groovy beat and I love it.
Yeah, that was like today.
She comes like a Durham right there.
That's what I thought in the screen capture. Yorm's like, oh shit, Notre Dame. No, Yorm is like someone who like I swear always has people looking like her randomly,
Like
like
the girl
certain
from Purple
looks.
Kiss.
There's like, oh, is that Yorm?
Yeah. My only knowledge of who this person was until this is it. I was like, man, this is a solo artist? She's very cool.
Write the check.
Apparently there's some sketchy stuff happening here. Well, this dude's sweating. Alright, so first off,
Why'd she just have a like
She had a hammer.
a normal hammer?
she tried to swing and this guy completely missed. And now she's just like fighting him in hand-to-hand
Yeah,
combat.
she's clearly like skilled in tactical fighting, but yet missed with the hammer.
Also, why would you even need a hammer if you could just do that? Am I watching Smoking Aces right now?
And it was just like a normal hammer that you just like, I don't know, fix a house with.
Also, be honest, she's like 1,000 years in the future in this, because back in 2018, I didn't even know that you could do live streams from your phone.
You know what? That's a good point. Oh boy, those look like dangerous cupcakes.
Wow, that like
Everyone's
wasn't...
trying to kill her. Ah.
Classic, somehow Pello stopped knives from cutting.
Something doesn't add up.
Just don't get it.
What if it was just nasty?
Yeah, I always thought that's funny they say that, and then it's just like nothing's happening. Now she just drives this big Chevy F-150 over here. Going back to Australia to meet other Taeyeon. That's probably expensive luggage.
Boom.
There's so much happening in this that I feel like is
Yeah, I'm like, oh,
unnecessary.
there's money in the briefcases. That's what the people wanted, I'm guessing.
How many suitcases did she bring with her?
How'd she throw it that far?
What's happening?
Pretty cool song, pretty cool song. Interesting video.
Yeah, there's a lot happening there. No idea what was going on.
For
Good
real.
song though. She does look like Yerma in the screenshot though.
Uh-huh.
Next, in 2019, we have the song Four Seasons. I don't know if this is gonna be a happy or a sad song.
That's
Looks
really
like
just
it
sort
could
of.
go either way.
I mean, the next one or the last one was kind of just like indifferent.
Oh, I'm guessing by that it's gonna be a sad song. Listening to the actual lyrics and know what they're saying, not fun.
Yeah, we don't ever actually count that.
It's
We
like
just-
reading the instructions
we
before you
just-
put something together.
we just go by vibes.
We go by our heart. There's a deer. Do you remember we almost hit that deer the other day?
In town,
That's crazy.
ridiculous.
Did she come up with the ideas for videos, or did they just like do them for her?
I don't know.
She's like, I need a deer
I feel
right
like
here.
as time went on, she would have some say. And these are pretty, giving me very big Mamamoo B-sides.
I'll say this reminds me of
vibes.
something. I just don't know what.
Like, I feel like I see Mamamoo performing this song.
Yeah, I could see that. I always wonder because there's a lot of songs in K-pop that sound like other songs. How many of them are just like they heard somebody make a song, like, you know what? I want that, and then they just like make a song that sounds very similar.
Maybe. That's a good question.
You know that exact same sound? That's what I want.
You know this
like how
song?
Saturday copied Momoland.
Seriously. We're gonna do the exact same thing.
Whoa, it's raining out of the chandelier.
Definitely like vocally driven.
I wonder if she writes all of her own music,
I don't know.
or at least the lyrics for them. I wonder that often about a lot of groups.
That
Honestly.
is a good question.
Also, I'm not gonna lie. I said it was gonna be a 2-part series. It might have to be more because there is so much stuff to listen to.
If you were a Girls' Generation fan from the very beginning, you got a lot of stuff. My goodness.
I never want to hear anyone complain about the lack of content ever.
Oh my gosh.
We'll see where we're at here in another couple songs. I'm about to make this just the Taeyeon episode.
She definitely deserves her own. That song was okay. Not my favorite.
It's funny how literally, I mean, I guess it makes sense, but like every single one of these is just like a screenshot of her face.
They know how to sell it.
I know. Then she made a song called Spark.
Maybe this will be a little more upbeat.
Wow, her makeup's freaking me out. It's like just double eyebrows. I just want to listen to these and just determine which groups that have debuted recently tried to steal a song from this very specific comeback.
This was a little more intense with some fire. We'll see how it breaks it down.
Man, there is a lot of times I'm watching this, I'm like, man, she looks a lot like her. Especially like certain angles.
Yeah.
Or I guess Euron looks
Definitely,
like her.
I'm definitely seeing it more too. Yeah, I guess that's the right way to put it.
Which makes sense, because why wouldn't you scout someone that looks like the most prominent face in K-pop?
Seriously.
Oh, we got some clapping going on. Dang, what was that one... that one group in America? I'm trying to remember what the name was. I don't even know. If I think of it, I'll say it, but it reminds me of that. They're like a blue folk grass band that's really popular
Oh
for a while.
yeah,
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I don't know what it is.
Why can't I think of them?
When I rise up and look down.
I don't know. But that's what it reminded me of when they started doing that.
There's a little. I feel like there's a phase there when that rhythmic clapping was all the rage.
It was like a huge thing. What year did this come out? What did I say, 2018? Let's see. I will say, it sounds like
crazy.
she's pretty good at staying up to, I guess, staying up to snuff with what songs are kind of popular at the time.
Yeah.
Which makes sense. So she did it herself. My gosh, that was impressive. I just want to know what that song is. It's gonna bother me. Also, fun fact, I looked up most popular songs in 2018. I know like 3 of these. There's a lot of Drake and a lot of Post Malone.
Yeah.
Here's a real question. What's number 100? What was Mr. Irrelevant?
That's a good question.
Believer by Imagine Dragons.
Don't even know that song.
I don't
I'm
know.
sure I've heard it somewhere, but I just do not know it off the top of my
I'm
head.
honestly like really bad at like American songs and the names of them.
There's so many that I'm sure I've heard, like most of them, and I just could not tell you what the name is or who sang it. You're like, oh, this is it. I'm like, oh, okay, that makes sense.
I'm not a fan of those bangs that she's got though, for anyone who's wondering. Man, number 1 and number 2 in 2016, both Justin Bieber.
Domination.
Dude, dominated him. Alright,
The song was alright.
then later in 2020, well, I guess the next year in 2020, we have Dear Me. This sounds like it's definitely going to be a sad song. I mean, based off what I've seen, she's done a very good job of putting out at least like 2 things a year.
Yeah, that's
plus,
actually pretty crazy.
since like 2015. So I mean, my gosh, we're really due for another solo here from her. Maybe they won't do that though, since they just had a comeback with her group.
Yeah.
Oh, there's some subtitles up there, so for some reason.
Got another ballady type vibe here.
Also, she did do a lot of like collab songs and like
Yeah.
features and stuff that don't really have on here, but this is honestly like a very, very small snippet of what she's actually like done musically.
Yeah.
She's just all over the place. What crazy bangs.
It is wild.
I always wondered, like, when I see videos where it's like, you're the scouting director, like, do you just, like, walk into a random room at, like, IKEA, and you're like, this is it. This is the one.
I don't know. That's a good question. Like, we need this color wall, this color curtains, this chair.
Like, this is it. Where did I see that? Or it's like they're just walking, or they, like, see, what do I call it? They're just, like, walking, and they see, like, a cliff somewhere with, like, a random tree, and, like, I know exactly
I
what you're
always
doing.
wondered that about, like, landscape shots. I'm like,
When did you see this? Where did you see this? Like this, right now. She's literally walking through a hallway with like velvet curtains. She's honestly put out more music on her own than most groups have put out together as a
oh
group.
my gosh, that's so true. Been a lot.
I can feel the build.
To that vocal, powering main point of the song.
But yeah, there's got to be like TTS show in somewhere.
You'd think.
Like, what is this big room?
I had no idea.
Look at those bangs. My gosh. So, also, why does she have on a set of earrings where they're like the same, but they're not the same?
I have no idea.
That is really messing with me. Dude, by the time you leave tonight, you're gonna be a great fingerboarder.
Seriously, this is my only goal in life now. Not a ton going on in this video, just kind of different.
Is this like that song
Room
that
she's in.
Christina Aguilera made? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Beautiful? Is that it? You're beautiful no matter what they say.
self-inspiring song.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Alright, I see you. So, next, we have the golden nugget of information here.
Oh
Because
boy.
in 2020, she came out with a song called Happy. Now, listen to this. March 9th, 2020, She was set to release this digital single, Happy, to celebrate her birthday. However, it was postponed and not released until May because her dad died.
Ah, that's sad.
I was like,
It's a
what
pretty,
an unfortunate name for a song to be released at the exact same time.
I know, that's
And I actually do remember this happening because people made a huge deal about it.
Yeah.
And now it's even more sad after seeing the music video that she had for her Christmas song.
I know.
So to answer your question, I don't know if she has a mom or not, but
Not much info.
yeah. So, yeah, wasn't like an unfortunate time to. Although I wonder
when did it get? When was it supposed to get released? What month?
March
And
on
it
her
got,
birthday.
And it got released in.
2 months later in May.
That still sucks. It's like, you're fine now.
I'm sure they shot the video and everything way before that happened. But it's
They-
also just
they
like
put it on the
oh,
rocks. Yeah, that's weird.
what an
Strange
unfortunate name for a
timing.
song.
Yeah.
It could have literally been anything else.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was the depressing fact nugget for the
That
day.
is the golden nugget right there.
Who knew? Now I just want to Google, does she have a mom? Because based off what we saw in the video, no.
It is weird too because this is more of like a somewhat upbeat song.
Compared to the other ones, yeah,
Compared
she's
to
like
the
kind of
other
like
ones,
happy in this.
It's like
And it's like
legitimately
bright and
smiling,
colorful.
and there's colors and fun hairdos.
She has a youthful energy. As Jackson would say, that rookie
The
energy.
rookie energy that he always possesses.
Man, poor Taylor. But yeah, I do remember that happened. Oh,
Whoa.
what's your tattoo say?
I don't know. We saw it a ton when she was the.
It's like
We
so
saw her
random. It's
attached-
just like a little random line.
She's
of
a
text.
couple little random like words or something on her arm. I hope it just says Taeyeon.
I know, just herself. Love yourself. Dear me. Girls' Generation is your family now. Yeah, I know, right? Like, how ironic. This is a way happier, more upbeat song than normal. Like, man, going to promote
Wait,
this
did her
must be
dad die
terrible.
on her birthday?
I don't know. I
I
just
was
said
gonna
it,
say, oh my god.
it was supposed to be released on, like, literally on her birthday,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then it was
Have it
postponed because
around.
of it. So it either must have happened before or, like, right around when it
Sure.
happened. Next, we have a song called What Do I Call You that came out in 2020. This one seems way more sad. She's back to dark hair. Let's see. When was she born? Ah, yes, he did actually.
On her birthday?
Yeah, that's what it says.
That is horrible.
I have heard this song before.
Yeah, I was gonna say now is the time period where like we probably have heard these songs or seen
It says that
them.
he passed away the morning of March 9th after a heart attack, and her birthday is March 9th. When her song was supposed to come out. So it was like right when her song came out. You know, for some reason, I feel like we listened to this for something.
Yeah. We probably did. We've had a lot of
Because it
episodes.
sounds familiar.
It does. Well, that's super sad.
Mm. Although based off the pictures I see, she does have a mom, so that's good.
Like currently,
Yes.
I wonder if she's mad about the one song. What the heck?
Because this is the picture of her and her mom and her dad.
Oh, her mom looks just like her. They
Really
look really,
does.
they look really similar.
It makes
She's
sense.
really pretty.
Oh, look at that. Who knew? Her brother had a cameo on her eye video. So
Oh.
the thing.
Nice.
Who knew? I wish just hit him up like, hey, you free?
You want to talk on our podcast? We'll give you an exclusive deal.
Yeah, so man, what a terrible title for a song at an unfortunate time. That's kind of crazy.
I feel like this is kind of the time when we got kind of a lot of songs like this that like that they kind of have heavier beats.
Sounds kind of like a very like, I guess like alternative more sound.
It's like
to
kind
it.
of like alternative with like an actual kind of heavier beat, but kind of like softer lyrics.
Mhm.
It's kind of like almost like coolish. Like I don't know
Yeah.
how to describe it. I feel like there's like a lot of music.
I feel like we listen to a
this.
lot of solo songs, that are
Especially
like this.
K-pop has a lot of just music like this.
Then we got this song in 2021 called Weekend. I don't know.
Here we go.
Whoa.
Whoa, everything's frozen.
Prada. What are these first Apple computers ever made? I remember when this came out because I remember her like little like hairstyle she has
Yeah,
right there in
and her
pictures, but I
bandana.
don't know if I've ever heard this.
We actually have choreo. None of the other ones really had dancing.
That is true.
Like, none of them at all.
Also, I don't know if I mentioned it or not because I mean I feel like this episode's been like 4 hours long.
Ooh.
She's been a host of a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Because not only was she in a bunch of collabs and featured on songs, but she also was been the host of like. She was just a host of Queendom too.
Yeah.
She's also the host of a lot of other stuff. She's also been like just on like random shows as like a guest host and stuff like that. You know.
Yeah. She's on the one show, I forgot what it is. It's like every week. I forgot what one it is. It has like a whole panel of people and they have like different people on it, like idols and stuff, but I'm pretty sure she's like a constant host on it. Because it's where she always has the different looks. And I remember the one a while ago. It was almost like Avril Lavigne inspired.
Oh,
And you,
yeah.
like, I was like, oh my gosh, this was like the coolest thing I've ever seen. I forgot what that show's called though.
Yeah, she's like the host.
She like
of
always
stuff.
has it, and then she said she always liked to have the different looks because just to like give different looks for the fans. There's like something like that.
I bet that hair clip she had cost millions of dollars.
Ooh.
Hey, at least she has 8 backup dancers.
I know I was gonna say thank you to the
Just that-
girls from
just that
Girls'
OT
Generation
the OT9 Girls' Generation.
to help a
back
girl
in the
out
day,
and
huh?
give her some backup dancers.
What a crazy fake eyebrow piercing.
That one, those piercings always like, I'm like, ooh, that. I don't know. It looks like it hurt. I just want to be an extra in a video. It's like, hey, just go have fun in the back.
That must have just been the number she felt most comfortable with. 9 members. Oh, she's about to
She's
scoot
about
so
to do a
hard.
backflip off whatever she's about to jump off of.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever heard this. This is a pretty fun song, though.
It's not bad. Cool video, too.
A lot lighter sound than some of the other stuff she's had.
Yeah, she has like very deep songs, deep vibes.
I was gonna hear songs like back when Greeley Estates used to make like songs. For those that don't know, it's like a metalcore band. But the songs were about like just random stuff. They had like no meaning or like anything behind like significance behind them.
Yeah.
It was awesome. One of them was like about people like becoming zombies. Another one was about like housewives like robbing a bank. Like
Yeah.
just like random stuff.
Yeah.
Those are like the best. Because those have to have like a super deep meaning. You can make it like super fun or whatever you wanted.
Yeah. Yeah, they just do whatever they want.
What a cool logo. Weekend. Then, in 2022, we got Can't Control Myself. So this was very recent. January 17th, actually. Now she kind of looks like she killed somebody. Oh.
Did we watch this?
Maybe. I don't know, because I don't remember if I've seen this or not. Wow, this scenery change is nuts.
She really got the budget in this one.
That was crazy.
6 years later.
That's actually kind of crazy because just by flipping it, it went from her being outside the train to being inside
Now
the
she's
train.
Inside the train.
Gosh, that was like revolutionary. That just blew my mind. Ooh, this is nice. This rock vibes. It's a good song. I don't think I've seen this for anything though. I will say though, Blonde Tan also always hits different.
Very cool, very cool.
Is this like La La Land? Man, that's sick.
It's like the play is real life. But it's not.
Wow. It's nothing like the show at all.
He's still mad that she quit being a waitress.
I know. It all just stems back to that. I hope her very last song she ever makes is her like going back into the into the coffee shop and getting your job
Starts like
back.
wiping off the table. He's like a successful doctor now, and she came back. I told you.
Wow, does not look like the time to celebrate her birthday, friends. Can we just get that
Please just
hardcore
throw
breakdown?
the cake.
I don't know why, but just the beat of the song, or I don't know, with the vocal melody, reminds me of that song by the Pixies. The hold on, I gotta find it. From I don't know if you guys have ever watched like Fight Club. It's like the song at the end of Fight Club.
Yeah.
The "Where's My Mind" song by the Pixies. That, I don't know why, it just reminds me of that when I hear it. Like just like a little like, I don't know, something about it just reminds me of it. It might just be me. Whoa. That was awesome. What a crazy vid.
Surely just a method actor in that one.
She really was. Man. Taeyeon. Very long, lustrous career that we did not even scratch the surface of.
We tried.
But at least you heard all of your like 15 or 14
There's a lot of Taeyeon coming at you at one time.
title tracks that you had here. So that's cool. Oh.
That was probably our best one.
I feel like that was really good.
You know what's crazy is I feel like the debut one could be the best one too.
I feel like this one was really good.
I was really great.
I is really good, and so is Something New. I love
Yeah.
Something New. What Do I Call You is actually a pretty good song too.
There's some good ones in there. There's some that I'm not like crazy about, but that's okay.
But as much as I'd love to power through and do more, I'm cutting us off for the night.
I'm not going to fight you on that one.
Because there's just so much other content we have to cover. So we'll just break it into... Actually, it works out fine because we'll just do 3 episodes instead of the 2 we were going to do.
That's what we... That's always the best part of doing this is you get to do whatever you want.
It's crazy, too, because just like... It's like seemingly endless content. By the time we get done with this whole thing, it's going to be like a whole like 2 months worth of episodes.
We're just still trying to fill the Girls Planet void that was left.
At the end of this, all I'm going to know is Girls' Generation. I'm not even going to know what I'm going to do.
We're going from Girls Planet to Girls' Generation to fix everything for us, so...
I don't know. I mean, Tan makes a lot of good music. I don't know. She basically stays with the time. She's really good at updating her image and her vibe to stay with what's, hot.
Yeah, she's like always current, always cool, always an icon. So,
yeah. Hope you guys like Taeyeon.
She was an icon even before we really knew.
Yeah, she really was. And she's one
to
of the
us,
people
we're like,
I knew.
oh yeah,
I
leaders of Girls' Generation. Obviously, you're a big deal.
Yep.
And now it's Forever One.
Forever One.
So, yeah, that does it next week. I just want to...
We're going to continue to fingerboard, perfect our game.
And we're going to continue to Girls' Generation it up.
And we're going to watch
that's
more
what's
Girls'
happening
Generation
next
content.
week.
And we're going to more Girls' Generation next week. And then guess what? The week after that.
Spoiler alert. More Girls' Generation.
Man, this is the
It's
ultimate
okay.
Girls' Generation encyclopedia.
I was going to say, I feel like no one's breaking it down quite like we are.
We have so many episodes on
Breaking it
them
down
right
like
now. I'm
DX
going to make
out
its
here.
own playlist.
Honestly.
By the time we get done with this, it's going to be time for top songs of the year.
Which, I will, mini spoiler, I feel like we definitely have some changes, or at least I have some changes in mind.
I definitely.
That's all I'm going to say.
We'll look forward to that. Also, Mango, if you
You're
listen
right.
this far,
It's all just the Taeyeon solo songs.
I knew I was going to tell you who our biases in the group are, but I thought we were going to get through a lot more of the members.
Yeah,
so
we need to wait. We got to
that.
wait. We got to wait.
We have to wait till the end of episode chapter number 80, right? So we'll get into that later. But yeah, let us know if you guys like Taeyeon, you guys like Girls' Generation. Obviously, if you've still listened to this, because this is a long episode and it's been a long series. So
Yeah. Thanks for sticking with us, though, guys.
hit us up.
We love you. We're the two baddies, JT Fograw. We'll see you next week with more GG. Peace.
Later.
눈 뜨면 습관처럼 또 새로운 뭔가를 찾는 걸 넘치면 넘칠수록 독인 줄도 모르고 틀에 박혀버린 듯 비슷비슷해진 꿈 진짜 깊은 마음속 소리 외면한 채로 모두 저